Us women and our cycles and our emotions. Oh, I know, it makes me want to cry too. It's kind of gotten out of hand, let me be honest. Like, yes, we're so attracted to each other and that side of marriage and everything. Sorry if this is too much for you guys. I would have told you I don't yell. I don't yell at my kids. And I didn't. Give some scary things happening out there with, goodness guys. This is a heart to heart. I have like tears. Hey, it's a new day and welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan Fox and today I thought we could just have a little girl chat. If you are new to my channel, we're gonna get like heart to heart here, so you're gonna get to know me pretty quickly, but this video is mostly for all of you who have come back again and again throughout the year this year, and I just thought we could chat. I just feel like sometimes my videos are so full of happenings and productivity and things like that that I don't always just get a chance to sit and talk with you guys and yeah, just like open up a little bit. Share how things have been going. I love to do a video like this at the end of every year, sit in front of the Christmas tree. I know Christmas is over, but you know, this kind of space between Christmas and New Year's is always a great time for me, I feel, to reflect, look back on this past year, and then just think forward to the future. And so, you know what, before we get any further, I can't do this. You guys know me, I don't do hot drinks. Hang on. That's better. An iced vanilla latte. That's how we do it around here. So grab your own beverage of choice, or these are the kind of videos I love to listen to while I'm doing mundane, boring tasks around the home. But yeah, no matter what you're doing right now, I'm glad you're here and let's get into today's video. Oh my goodness, so a lot has happened this year, so much. If you're new to my channel, just a quick background. My name is Megan Fox. I live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I'm a mom of a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-ish week old baby. Newborn yet, I would say, right? He's still wearing newborn clothes, so I'm calling him a newborn. Evonnie, Fletcher, and Miller are my kids. I'm also a Mennonite, and if you have questions about that, feel free to click around on the other videos on my channel, and I will let you know a little bit more about that and some of those. But yeah, this year we've been through so much. I feel like a lot of good things, a lot of exciting things, a couple hard things too. We had a baby here at the end of the year. I have been working on so many different projects. My YouTube channel has grown. I have been working on designing a clothing line. I'm so excited about it. It's still semi a secret yet, but I will let you know in the coming year what's going on, and it will actually be a lot sooner than you might be thinking. But overall, being pregnant for most of 2021 went super well, and then a baby arrived, and I wanted to document that whole season of life. It was such a sweet time, and so I spent the big bucks. I got a really good photographer, and we actually did 2 photo shoots, a maternity shoot and a newborn photo shoot. And after they were taken, I was like, you know what, I need to make sure I do something with them besides posting a couple of them on my Instagram. By the way, you can follow me over there for more of a unfiltered, I guess you could say, unedited. Well, no, I edit my photos, but yeah, just another side of my life over there on Instagram. But anyway, I was like, I need to do something with these photos and not just let them sit on my phone or, you know, just on Instagram or whatever. So I got this beautiful photo album from Artifact Uprising, and they are working with me for this portion of the video, but I wanted to tell you about them. I know a lot of you are already thinking about what you want to do with your photos for this past year, and there's lots of options out there. But if you want to get them printed, can I suggest Artifact Uprising? Their books are like some of the best quality I've ever seen. If you just got married this year, I would recommend them for your photo album for your wedding photos. Seriously, it's amazing. They have a couple different options, but I went with their lay flat album, which is amazing because you can have giant pictures that pop out at you on the page. They can be printed right across the fold and look completely seamless and clean. It just looks so good. I love kind of the minimalistic layout that you can do, but there's lots of options on there. Something I've been doing for the past couple weeks is Sunday afternoons, me and Josh will sit down in the basement and watch a football game, and I was working on this photo album while watching the football game. It was really easy and very relaxing. It was not painstaking or frustrating at all. And then the book just arrived yesterday, and I was like, wow, I'm so impressed. The pictures are printed so clearly. Yeah, this is a book that we're gonna treasure for a very, very long time. I'm so excited to have this displayed on my coffee table. It's very sturdy pages, so I probably don't even have to worry about the kids touching it and stuff. Yeah, nice and thick quality. And with the lay flat photo album, you get a linen looking cover. I went with kind of like the cream color. They had gray and like several different ones on there. And then you can get your title printed on. They just have left no stone unturned with their lay flat photo albums. I think one of my favorite things about this book is like the perfect color. Like it matches truly to how it looks on my computer screen. My daughter's red hair looks so realistic. I love it. So if this sounds like a great option for you with doing something to document your past year, definitely look into it. I have a code right here on the screen, and you can go to the description box below, click that link and use the code, and you'll save some money. Thank you so much, Artifact Uprising, for working with me on this. So yeah, I was very proud of myself for actually doing something with my photos instead of just letting them sit there. Okay, this video is gonna be a little bit all over the place. I do have like a plan of the things I wanna hit, but we're gonna talk about my vision board for this past year, what I hit, what I didn't, some goals and aspirations I have for next year. And tomorrow, Josh is taking me on a little getaway shopping spree in King of Prussia. It's like an area about an hour from us that has like Anthropologie and Urban Outfitters and a bunch of places like that. So I thought if I got anything, I would definitely show it to you all. But I've had a lot of questions about how to make a vision board, and I do have a video about it last year. I just like to design something on Canva about 11 by 17 in size, and then some years I get it printed out. But this past year, I loved my solution. What I did was I actually kept it as the background screen on both of my laptops and as a background screen on my phone as well. And so I am seeing it all the time. It's in front of my face. It's like in the forefront of my mind so often, and it keeps me on track. It makes me think about it. You know, I feel like so many people make New Year's resolutions and stuff or goals. They never actually accomplish them. They never revisit them. And so this was a great solution. I highly recommend you guys trying it out. And another thing I like to do is pick a word for the year. This past year for 2021 was the word essence. And what I meant with that was just like who I truly am inside. You know, you can fake it, you can look cheerful, look happy to the people around you, you can act like you have it all together, but the true essence of who you really are, you can't perform. Like God knows who you are inside, and the verse I put with that was, your beauty should, this is such small lettering, I can't even read it on my phone. It's right here on my laptop, let me read it to you. See, right there, I have it as my background. The verse is 1 Peter 3:3-4. Your beauty should not come merely from the outward, rather it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. And wow. Anyway, I can't say I actually accomplished anything with that word, like who I truly am, but I did try to work on myself and just keep in mind that what my heart is will come out in one way or another, and I failed in a lot of ways, but at the same time I feel like I am a lot further ahead than I would have been if I did not choose that word for the year. I feel like it was great to see that often and to just, it kind of grounded me throughout the year. And I will let you know what my word for this year is in just a bit, but let's just go through a few different areas on my vision board. I'm not going to touch on all of them, but just a few that I wanted to point out. So I have had on my vision board for the past 2 years to get pregnant, and it happened in 2021. I was so excited, so that worked out. And then I wanted to keep fostering good relationships between Evonnie and Fletcher. Let me tell you, that exceeded my expectations. They've become such good friends, such little sidekicks. I love it so much. I'm just so grateful for that. I think that's how me and my brother were as kids, if I remember right, but of course you always forget the bad and remember the good. At least that's how I am. So I don't know, me and my brother were 18 months apart, as so are my two oldest. And so I don't know, it was so fun seeing them interacting together this year, and just Fletcher growing up, like the age gap just felt a lot smaller. I didn't really do much for that, but I think one thing that did help was letting them work out some of their arguments and disagreements a little bit on their own. And if I hear them fighting, to kind of get them both in trouble, if that makes sense. One for instigating it and then one for escalating it, you know, so they realize they're a team, they gotta work together to get along. And so that's something we've been working on this year. And I went to go on some trips, we did that. And I just have a sweet picture of a mother with her baby in the baby wrap. I've been doing that with Miller. It's so fun walking with him. It's so nice to have a tiny little, well, Fletcher calls him a little biscuit, that I can take on walks and stuff. And I'm looking so forward to getting back into exercising again in 2022. Currently I'm 6 weeks postpartum, so I can get back into it, and I am so excited for that, but I haven't too much yet. And I want to look into that, make sure I do safe core ab workouts and things like that. Lots of walking. I have a picture there of a mother with a stroller. I did use my stroller a lot this year, but less than the years before because my kiddos can now bike. So that's really nice, and we have had a lot of fun excursions. There's several other things on here, but just two more that I wanted to point out was, one, my goal was to get to 125,000 subscribers. I don't know what I'm at currently at the moment, but I know I'm well above that, and I'm so thrilled. Thank you guys for being here. I know my channel has grown because of the baby, But my channel is not going to be focused around the baby. It's my life, and my children are just, you know, a part of it. Obviously a very big part. I'm not going to totally hide them, but I also want to make sure that you guys are here for homemaking content, mothering, that kind of thing, not just like a family vlog or anything like that. But yes, I'm so thankful that you guys have showed up. But this coming year, I'm not even going to make a subscriber goal, I don't think, because I've come to realize subscribers mean, people can click a button. It doesn't mean they're gonna be watching your videos. And that's what I wanna focus on this year. Getting good content, good thumbnails that make you guys wanna click on the videos, and I can provide value that you wanna come back every week, and my view counts can go up even more. Yeah, I have a lot of YouTube goals. It's kind of gotten out of hand, let me be honest. It's not that I'm doing YouTube too much, it's just that the rest of my life has become so much more intense. I mean, a newborn, I should have known. But I feel like Josh comes home at night and he has to help me with the housework more than normal, which is fine, but he works hard days too. I would love for him to come home to a wife that has some energy left, and like the house tidied up a little bit and some food simmering on the stove, you know, just that idealistic little homemaking life. And it's becoming less and less and less that way. I know it's Christmas time, we're all busy, and yeah, it can get out of hand for anyone, but I feel like this year I have to lower my expectations with YouTube or get some help. I am not going anywhere on YouTube if I can help it. If I do ever go away, please go look me up on Instagram or my website, meganfoxunlocked.com. As always, I don't own YouTube. You never know if it's gonna be there, if it's not. There's been some scary things happening out there with, or just with channels just disappearing. Anyway, but if I can be on YouTube, I'm going to keep doing it. I love it so much. It's provided so much for my family. Yeah, and I just love connecting with you guys. In fact, just before I sat down to do this, I was looking through Christmas cards that you guys sent, and I could have cried, guys. Josh was helping me open them. The kids were looking at them too. And just to see your faces on the other side of this camera here, it reminded me why I'm doing what I'm doing, and to not get sidetracked in like trying to be perfect or to like put out this image that I'm not, but just to realize you guys are just like me. So many of you just seemed like young moms with kids and just looking for some comradeship, and yeah, I know, companionship I think is what I meant to say, but anyway, I'm getting emotional here. But yeah, I want to be here for you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys were here for me. I firmly believe so many of you prayed my baby into this world safely with his cord being knotted and everything. Yeah, my life would not be the same without you all, so I'm so glad that you're here. And I try not to gush about this and say thank you all the time in my YouTube videos, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to come back because you're getting something out of my content, not because I'm grateful that you're there and you're, like, I don't want to be a charity case. I don't want you to show up because you feel bad and you want to watch my video because, you know, I need the support or whatever. Like, watch it for you, not for me, is kind of where I'm coming from. But anyway, I hope that made sense. I just wanted to take the time at the end of the year here just to say thank you. One other thing on my vision board for this past year was to redo some rooms. I think I bit off a little bit more than I could chew with having a baby and everything, but we did get the whole upstairs painted. We got the nursery redone, we got the office redone. Fletcher's room and the kids' bathroom are still like 60-70% complete, but they are gonna get done in the next couple months here in this winter. It won't take much to make that happen. It's just a lot of accessories and things like that. But I do wanna make my home a little bit more homey, which, why don't we just jump into some goals I have for this coming year. And I know I'm talking about me this whole time, but I'm hoping this is more like a conversation, and I know we can't really dialogue back and forth through the camera or anything, but think about maybe some things that you want to work on in your life. And I like to break my life up into kind of categories: spiritual life, my husband, my kids, my homemaking, my hobbies, my friends, business, that kind of thing. And then just like work on each little area and a few things. And not to have, like, I don't want to overwhelm myself right at the beginning of the year or anything, but like, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I know, I hate that quote, it's so overused, but it's true, it's so true. And so, yeah, I hope you guys, even if you don't make a vision board, maybe at least kind of think through what you'd like to change or work on or implement in the coming year. So, I have a few things on my phone here. The first thing, oh, my foot is going to sleep, good grief. Anyway, like I was saying, so this past year, I read through the Bible. Well, okay, I didn't yet. I have like 3 days left or whatever it is. But I've read through the Bible in a year. I've never done that before in my whole entire 29 years. And I did it this year. I'm so glad. I am not going to be turning 30 without reading through the whole Bible. And I did enjoy it. I used the Bible recap, and I talked more about it in last year's video. I don't have any regrets. I'm so glad I did it, but I do want to start diving in a little deeper rather than just skimming over it like I did this past year. So this year I got a bunch of different beautiful Daily Grace Co. devotional books, and if you haven't heard of them before, they're really, really beautiful devotionals that are very manageable size pieces, I feel. And they have so many different topics. They have stuff for men, but a lot of stuff for women. And I actually told them I'm going to be using them this year and asked if they have any like ambassador programs set up or anything like that. And so they did give me an affiliate code that I'm just gonna keep in my description box for this whole next year. That will, it will give me a little bit of a kickback, I think, if you guys order through that link. And I think it also gives you a discount as well. I'm not sure totally how it all works. I'm still new to it, but I told them I'm gonna be using them this year, and I'm gonna be mentioning them if they have any, yeah, like I said, relationship we can set up that way. And I'm so glad they let me jump on board with that. Yeah, they're just really, really beautiful. I got a study of the Lord's Prayer, a study of anxiety, or walking away from anxiety. I liked how they worded that. And Fruit of the Spirit. And then this one here I've also been going through with my friends in a women's Bible study, so that's how I kind of got familiar with them in the beginning. And yeah, they have a lot of other cute things on their website as well, some study tools and little notebooks and pens and highlighters and things like that. Really, really, really cool company, and just really aesthetic and beautiful. So check that out down below. But I think the reason working through the Bible in a year was so good for me was because there was some accountability. I had to get every day done, or I was gonna fall behind and have to read chapter after chapter after chapter, you know, all in one day. And my second cousin was doing it with me, so we could kind of see if each other was doing it. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do for accountability this year, except maybe to make myself like a lesson plan. Like, okay, so the Fruit of the Spirit has 4 weeks in it, and it goes through day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that actually gives me a little bit of a buffer for day 6 and 7. But if I can like look through them and plan out my lessons and try to stay on track, I can get through a lot of different Bible studies in a year. We'll see how it goes. I'm very much one of those people that likes to do my devotionals on my phone. And so I'm gonna have to like sit up and read this and not just like do it in bed. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'll let you guys know how it goes, and if you want to check any of that out, I will have a link for it down below. Okay, so that's kind of my spiritual goal for the year, and along with that, my word of the year always kind of ties in with all the areas that I want to work on, but especially my spiritual life. And my word for this year is going to be lighthearted, and this ties in a lot with my next goals, my marriage goals. But just in all of life, I feel like I'm so negative. I see the negative, I speak about the negative, I don't bring like light to the positive things in life, I complain too much. Complaining is a sin that I all too readily do. And it's not a cute little sin either, it's like very unbecoming. And I really want to work on it. My husband is very much of a, what's the word? Optimist, and I'm very much a pessimist, and I want to swing the balance a little bit and try to be a little more optimistic and just see the good. Our marriage has gone through ups and downs this year, which, I mean, what do you expect? Having a baby and stuff is just, it definitely brought us closer together in some ways, but then in other ways just with tiredness and like hormones and emotions and things like that, you know, things can get in the way. Just the general busyness of life, if you're not intentional, like 3 kids, 4 and under, like, yeah, you have to really be intentional about that. So, lighthearted also kind of ties in with our marriage. I want to be more of friends too. I told Josh sometimes I'm so afraid, like yes, we're so attracted to each other and that side of marriage and everything. Sorry if this is too much for you guys, but you know what I mean, like I'm very like into him, if that makes sense. But like I want to also just be friends too. Like I want to be able to just dump my heart out on him, and he feels like I'm a safe place for him as well. And like we can just be a team and work together, and us against the world. And just like, I want to go right to him when something good happens, something bad happens, and we can just be friends, and we can just laugh about, you know, even the crazy, you know, annoying things our kids do or whatever. Just see the lighthearted side of things and laugh about them. Just be friends together. And I know a lot of people, maybe their relationship did start out that way. You're more like friends that grew into like lovers. But for us, it was always much more like the attraction side, and like, yeah, we're, yeah, I don't know what the word is, but very attracted to each other, and like that's awesome. But that's a flame that can burn out over time, and it's not always there, you know, especially with, I don't know, us women and our cycles and our emotions and our like hormones and everything too. You have to have something besides just that. It definitely helps, it definitely does. But yeah, I want to have more of that comrade, companionship type of feeling as well between us. And one way that we're planning to do that this year, I told Josh for Christmas this year, all I want, which I know he bought me something anyway because he said I'm not allowed to look at any packages that come to the door. I haven't opened our gifts yet. I'm filming this on December 19th. So yeah, I don't know what he got me yet. But anyway, I told him all I want for Christmas is a fire in our fireplace because we've never lit it yet. And I want him to promise that we're gonna try to go on a date every 2 weeks for the next whole year. It seems like such an undertaking with 3 kiddos. We've done it before with just 2. And I feel like when you get on a good streak, it's easier to stay on that streak and keep going. But then something happens and you fall off the bandwagon and then it's like hard to get back on it again. So that is a real goal I have for this year. And my love language is definitely quality time. And so I feel like I need to get in good conversations and stuff and have time for that to feel close. We have a lot of people around us that I think we could get to babysit even just for like 2 hours for us to drive to a coffee shop, sit and chat, get a good burger or something and come home again, get a good drink and then come back and pick them up again. We've done that a couple times and I really like that format a lot. In the summertime, I'm sure we'll do more like the driving range and stuff like that. We love to do active things together too, but we might not have time for that as much and I just need to be okay with that. The coffee shop style dates can be perfectly fine, you know, in this season of life too. Along those same lines, I wanted to show you guys, have you ever heard of Felicia Masonheimer? She has lots of biblical doctrine and stuff on her Instagram. She has a podcast, different stuff like that. I agree with a lot of what she has to say, but she wrote the Flirtation Experiment and I have not read any of it yet. I've like flipped through it a little bit. It definitely looks really good. And this kind of goes along with having fun with your spouse and yeah, just getting that flirtiness back in again. I feel like that's like an element that can really quickly go when you have like the responsibilities and cares of real life. You know, when you're dating, it's so much easier. And then I also got the workbook too, just to give us a little bit of structure. Josh is probably gonna roll his eyes at the workbook side of things, but I didn't even look through it very much yet, but I'm wondering if I could do it and then just kind of give him the highlights. I don't think either of us are the type that want to sit there and like spend our date night poring over a workbook, but maybe if I could like work on it here and there, maybe along with my devotions or something, and we could just kind of work on it together. I've learned like if I expect, sometimes we expect so much of our men or expect them to get excited about something like we are, or we have something that we're, you know, so passionate about, and then they don't seem to catch on to that excitement and spark, then we can get really frustrated. And so I told myself, you know what, I know Josh already. He's probably not going to be like into sitting down and just reading through a whole book cover to cover or something. He always wants to be a reader and he just never finds the time. And so I just know that, and that's fine. I'm not going to expect him to necessarily pour the same amount of energy into this part of it as I am, but that's okay. He does so much more in like the acts of service department and things like that. So yeah, that was a lot in the marriage section, but it's something that I feel really passionate about right now, something I'm really excited about, and something I feel like there's tangible things I can do rather than just like these pie in the sky ideas. There's actual measurable steps I can take because my marriage is like the best thing I have. I mean, my children and my marriage, my salvation of course, but yeah, it's the one that I got and I want it to be strong and I want it to be better, and I'm working on that this year. But that also starts, you know, everybody's marriage, your marriage, my marriage, it starts with us being closer to God and working on our own, you know, hearts and personalities and everything else. So I need to keep that in mind too. Goodness, guys, this is a heart to heart. I have like tears. Oh, some fun little goals I have for this year is, I talked about working out already. I would like to do a short road trip with our family. Every year we go to Florida, which is like an 18-hour monster road trip. And that's just not even fun for me really, the driving part to get there. So I want to do something a little more manageable, maybe drive to Ohio or like Tennessee, Virginia, something like more middle of the road, like just driving for a day, and just enjoying the scenery and maybe stop here and there, get the kids out, you know, maybe explore something, a park or like a museum or something. I don't know. It's just something I put on my list and I'm hoping it will happen. Josh liked the idea, but yeah, we'll see if it actually happens. Another thing I have, which goes back to the marriage thing, is I want to laugh together. I had this on my list last year. Sounds so dumb and so easy, like laugh. But I'm not like that. I'm very negative. Like if something happens, I don't see the funny side of it. Like, okay, one thing, Josh is terrible with navigating. Like he knows how to get places. He's just so like, if we're in a conversation, he's in the conversation. He blows right past whatever road he wanted or whatever. I'm always like, Josh, you forgot to turn or whatever. no more of that. I want to be more just like, oh, like it's funny, you know? Big whoop-de-doo. So we're gonna be there 30 seconds later than we were before. It's fine. Yeah, just little things like that. Also, I want to lose 15 pounds. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself right away. I'm just trying to stay active, eat healthy. Something that helps me if you guys are struggling with eating healthy, watch what I eat in a days of like healthy people. I will just Google what I eat in a day, and if they have avocado toast on their thumbnail, it's probably gonna be a good one. Annie Jaffrey has a bunch of good healthy what I eat in days. Yeah, I just really enjoy watching those. It gives me motivation. It shows me like different vegetables and things that I forget to, you know, buy and cook with. So that's just something that I find for some healthy eating motivation, so I want to keep doing that. Yeah, I really hope to lose the 15 pounds by the end of the year. And I'm only 6 weeks postpartum, so maybe some of that will fall off still right now, but in my experience, I have to stop with the whole breastfeeding thing before the rest, like the last 5-10 pounds comes off, which I guess makes sense. I want to finally organize my spice rack. I want to do some more party hosting. My one friend told me, she's like, you always have people over, I love it. And I didn't really feel like that was true, but if she wants to think of it that way, that's great. Because that's the kind of person I want to be. I want to be like, I don't know, I don't need to have lavish parties with all kinds of things planned out, because then it never happens, you know? I want to keep the threshold and expectations low, but just inviting people into my home. Maybe we can get the patio redone. Yeah, probably not. It's too expensive right now. I mean, we could do it, but I don't think that's where we're going to prioritize our money at the moment. But yeah, just having people into our home. I want to do more eventful cooking. And let me explain what I mean by that. We have been getting Green Chef this year, and I just have so enjoyed the nights where I pull out my Green Chef bags and I get everything ready to go and prepped, and I'm drinking my kombucha, playing my, you know, YouTube video in the background, and just getting to work and dicing up all the vegetables and stuff. I just like that a lot, and it's been happening less and less this year. And so I really want to work on that this year, and also to make new recipes and things that I know my family will like, or guess that my family will like. You know, we can push the boundaries a little bit here, but yeah, trying new things I think would be very fun, but I do want to do it more often. And I think, yeah, just making it more of an event, because it's very therapeutic for me when I set out that time and carve it out, rather than like, oh my goodness, it's 5 o'clock, I have to sit down on the chair and feed the baby, Josh is home at 5:30, and then we want to eat at 6, and you know, I just have him throw steaks on the grill and I make salad, or you know, throw chicken nuggets and french fries in the air fryer. Like, that's good once in a while, but yeah, I want to step it up here and there and cook for my family and cook with some love. I want to focus on skincare this year and just like really get a good regimen going. I also want to keep doing my monthly resolutions. Instead of waiting for like the beginning of the year making big resolutions, I like to make one goal at the beginning of a month, or like a focus. Like this month, you know, it's May and the weather's getting beautiful out, so I'm going to, you know, run a 5K every week or something, like, you know, each month kind of having a theme or like a focus. I love that system, and it gives like a little bit of structure to life, and you kind of build habits up as you go. I want to invest. I won't say a lot about that, but probably in real estate, I'm thinking. Yeah, we're realizing we should probably just sit all of our money in the bank. We should probably be doing something with it. And when I say all of our money, I'm talking like the YouTube stuff, because that's like, we're choosing not to live off of the YouTube money, because YouTube, if we start relying on YouTube, that's really scary, because it could go away at any point. I have no control over the algorithms, like I said, or even having my channel up. I don't own it. And so we are trying to use that to invest in our children's future. And so I think we're gonna look into some real estate this year. We already have some things on the table. We'll see if it works out. I want to be better at time management, which you're like, Megan, that's you. You're always big on the time management. I know, but I expect too much of myself, I think, sometimes, and then I'm in a rush and in a hurry, and then I'm a bad mom, which brings me to my next goal, which is I want to stop being a yelly mom, which I can't believe I'm saying that, because literally a year ago, last January, I would have told you I don't yell. I don't yell at my kids, and I didn't. And then I had to potty train one of my children this year, and that all went out the window. It was some very frustrating times, and I feel like once you start, it's so hard to stop. And I don't want to be a yelly mom anymore. They talked about this at my mom's group. When you yell at your children, it's not about them, it's about you. And so I want to nip that in the bud and find better ways to communicate, better ways of modeling disappointment, anger to my kids, you know. Yeah, it's just a whole topic that, again, we could talk probably a whole video about that as well. But that's another goal I have this year. And back to the whole marriage thing, I think one thing I'd love to do this year is to redo our bedroom. It is very, very ugly. We've never touched it since we moved in. It really looks bad. Like there's nothing done to it. No love, no romance in that bedroom whatsoever in the decor department. So I would really like to decorate it, make it feel like our little oasis. I originally didn't do it because we thought we were gonna redo the bathroom and then knock out walls, and it was gonna be a whole ordeal. I don't think that's gonna happen this year, especially with the prices of materials and stuff. But I would love to redo the bedroom, even just like a few, you know, a new comforter, new bedding, maybe some new furniture would be awesome. But yeah, we'll see how much of our priority that is, but I want to at least attempt to work on that this year. Back to YouTube really quick. I have so many exciting videos that I have planned and on my list of things I want to do in the coming year. I don't ever run out of ideas. Sometimes I run out of some inspiration, like how I want to do something or whatever, but I have a whole list of video ideas that I'm so excited about. And so I really hope you guys keep coming back in the new year. I'm really grateful for this platform, and I want to like be very, I want to have fun with it. I want to be intentional with it, and yeah, I want to keep a good thing going and get it even better if I can. Okay, so like I said earlier, my love language is quality time, and my husband hates gift giving. It stresses him out, although I think he's a really good gift giver. I feel like he knows me really well, and he has got me some amazing gifts over the years. But I always tell him for my birthday, I don't want anything to open. I don't need anything to open. Like, I just want to go on a trip. And so we often go to New York City for like one day or a night and a day. And we haven't got to do that the past 2 years. But this year he is taking me shopping to King of Prussia and out to eat, and just like a fun little day trip getaway. I'm excited to just browse around, and Josh is an amazing shopping companion. He says he hates it, but he does really good. Like, he is so patient. I don't know, I really enjoy it. So yeah, I will insert any footage right now of anything that I found, anything I want to show you, and maybe even my Christmas presents if I got any that I want to show you. So let's roll to that quickly. Okay, I literally didn't get anything while we were shopping. Sorry I lost my voice, but I do want to show you some Christmas presents. This is from my side of the family. We exchanged names, and I got this drink dispenser. It is a 2-galloner. I have a 1-gallon one, and I was looking for something bigger, so this is perfect. And then Josh got me a Nest outdoor camera, which I'd been asking for something kind of like this, but then of course he goes the extra mile and gets me the doorbell, so I have no idea how that's gonna work out, but thank you, Josh. And then look at this cute little thing. This is like a little magazine rack, book rack. It is so tiny though. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna put it yet, but I got this from Josh's side of the family, and I did ask for it, but I was not expecting it to be that tiny, so I don't know, it's adorable though. Maybe I'll put it in Evonnie's room, or even here in my office. It could look cute. We will see. And then the Weavers always do like little DIY gifts, and so my cousin is so talented. Shout out to Tori, she makes the best cupcakes. They're so beautiful, and I've already tasted some of these. Her s'mores cupcake is the best cupcake I've ever eaten. And then my other cousin, she made like some different kinds of candies and bark, packaged up really cutely. Someone else gave cookies. I also got this homemade vanilla from my aunt, and these little coasters. I guess they're DIY, they're so cute. And my cousin, she has a card and print shop, and she gave us each a box of cards. So yeah, it was a great Christmas. I don't need a lot of items. I prefer experiences and stuff. But yeah, it's always fun to open stuff up at Christmas time too. Okay, this was supposed to be a quick, short, fun, concise video, and I feel like it's getting pretty long, but that's okay. I knew it would be this way. Like, I just like to think that you guys are at my place. We're having a girl chat, and yeah, just having a little heart to heart, and yeah, just closing out the year in a casual and just easygoing setting. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much, Artifact Uprising, for sponsoring this video, and check them out down below for a beautiful album. They have a lot of products on there. Go check them out. And thank you all so much for being here. I will see you in the new year. Wow, we did it, guys. We made it through 2021. I did want to acknowledge I was being very positive and upbeat in this video. I'm feeling very positive and upbeat at the moment, but I acknowledge too, this has been a hard year for so many of us, so many people, and I pray for you guys often, and I thank you so much for praying for me as well. I just encourage you to be a light where you're at, and to lift somebody up that's beside you, near you in your real life, and I just pray for no loneliness for any of you. And yeah, that we could all just live our best lives in 2022, follow God with all of our heart. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Oh, my foot. Still have some coffee left. Boy, I have a lot of reading I'm expecting myself to do this year. Or we could wait till the next year. So I don't know what we're going to decide. Ooh, I hear the baby. Miller Bear, did you wake up? Did you hear Mama talking? Do you see the pretty Christmas tree? Do you see that? Yeah, we're gonna have to take it down soon. Oh, I know, it makes me want to cry too. I like Christmas time.